Hello, what's up guys? I'm Kyle from KGR, and I love My Hero Academia. I don't really talk about it too much on this channel, and I apologize about that because I do love this show a lot. In fact, I'm not sure how well you can see, but somewhere up here there's my Hero Academia Figmas. And I used to report on figures all the time. Whenever I did, I talked about Figma, SH Figuarts, or Nendoroids. But this new line that I'm going to be talking about is going to be new to me and probably new to some of you too. So when the Figma Deku, I'm just going to say Deku for short, I know it's Izuku Midoriya, but I'm just going to say Deku for short. When Figma Deku came out, he was good, kinda. He was very lacking in accessories, and now it's a very outdated figure because it's based on the first costume, which at the time was accurate. But now we're in our third, fourth costume? I can't remember. And God knows if it's going to change in the fifth season. And he's learning his one-for-all abilities more, so you see more special effects on him and stuff. You see more moves. And that figure has like nothing. It's just a couple of faces, a couple of hands, call it a day. And then they charge over $60 for it. And it sucks. I mean, I like the figure, but I don't like the lack of accessories. I don't like its price gouging, like, for lack of accessories. It's bad. But this figure is gonna completely one-up it. Introducing Izuku Midoriya from the amazing Yamaguchi line. Now, if you're familiar with Revoltech, then this is from the same company. And Yamaguchi figures aren't completely new. They've done some other characters in the past. They've done Marvel characters as well. And they pull off some fantastic poses. But the main problem with them was the fact that when you put them in a normal stance, they looked awful because of the giant gaps with the articulation and some of the little distortion maybe, mainly because of how bulky they are, like how muscular they are. You can pull off dynamic poses because of how much room they give you, but in all reality, they don't look very good. But hopefully this figure is going to be very different. Judging from this picture that we see already, you already see how it's going to completely step up from the Figma. Number one, we got the most updated outfit for now. We got the one-for-all special effects. I'm going to call them lightning effects just to make it easier to roll off the tongue. And the face, I am going to go on and on about the face because it's a good thing. I promise. I want to say tangent, but I feel like tangent is just a bad stigma. I don't know what a good tangent is, or if it even exists. Point is, I got a lot of good things to say about it. So judging from the next picture, you can see when he's standing normally, he looks pretty good. For the most part. I mean, in my opinion, I think his lower half looks a little bit thick. But I want to wait until I see this in person. I want to see if the legs really do look that bad compared to the Figma, for example, or compared to the art. Because I was comparing it to some of the art, and some pictures kind of match it, some pictures don't. So I kind of want to see it in person. But I want to see how well the arms are hidden when it comes to this whole like gapping effect, because again, they give you a lot of room to work with. And the shoulders are like where they really like look ugly, but judging from this picture, it looks fine. And the hair does look different compared to the Figma, so if that bothers you, I don't know what to tell you. But in my opinion, I like it. I think it's like its own little art style, I guess, so I think it works just fine. When I got my Figma Yugi, my favorite thing about that figure is the different faces, because you have so much more to work with. So many different poses you can do. It's going to be great. This figure, this is showing off how it really works. So we got 2 extra faces and we're going to have multiple sets of eyes. No, we are not having only 3 sets of eyes. At first, I thought 3 was going to be fine. Just, you know, look forward, left, right. Yeah, that's good. No, they're going all out with this figure. So this is all the extra accessories that we're getting with the figure. I'm not going to go in order because I want to go over the most important topics of these pictures, like, in that order. First up, the eyes. We have, what, 8 sets of eyes in here? Holy crap, that is going to be fantastic. Sure, we only get 2 faces. One's like a smiling face, one's like a little angry face, or a combat face, whatever you want to call it. But the eyes are going to make that much of a difference that you're going to have plenty to work with. On paper, it looks bad, but trust me, it's going to work well. With the Figma, we got 3 faces, and one of them was like a shy face. And to be honest, we don't really need that, so this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. And then we only see 3 sets of hands in the picture, but we're going to have 4 because we're going to have a set of fists. We see a pair of open hands. We see the flicking, which I don't think he really does that all that much. I think he did it in the movie, like the latest movie. But other than that, he doesn't really use it all that often, I don't think, because he mainly has his legs to really train on. And you can see all the different lightning effects that are on him. So I think from what I've seen in the pictures, I think they're just gonna clip onto his body. Like, some are gonna be made for his arms, some for his legs, and we have a hair piece that has lightning on top of that as well. And something I didn't think we needed, but now I'm so happy that we're getting it. We are getting a set of hands that's gonna be for his pen and paper, or his book, I should say, not his paper, but a book. So he can write down the notes for the other characters. This I love so much, because when I get the other characters, because right now I have Bakugo, but I do have the others pre-ordered. When I do shoots with those, I can show Izuku taking notes of him, like, studying their abilities, like in the first season. And then we caught a couple of Smash, like, bubbles, I guess. Like the effects that this is pretty much what you would see in the manga. I don't read the manga, so I don't know exactly how it looks, but for those who do read the manga, let me know in the comments how accurate does it look, how excited does it get you. And I also love the speech bubble. Now, I don't know exactly what they want you to do with that. I don't know if they want you to get a dry erase marker and write on it, or if they expect you to take pictures and then just Photoshop like some words in there. I'll probably find a dry erase marker somewhere and try it out for myself, see how it goes. But the amount of the accessories that we get with this figure is absolutely fantastic. I am blown away. Now let's just admire this picture for a second. One, they're recreating the fight with Overhaul, and look at how the figure looks. Look at the dynamic poses that it can do. And this shot as well. Again, look what he can do. I am so excited for this. From judging from some of these pictures, when it comes to the lightning abilities, some of them actually like go onto the hand, so you gotta grip them. But others just look like they clip on or anything. So point is, putting these on shouldn't be too difficult, but we'll see. I might do a review on this figure. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a review on this. This figure has a lot going for it, and I'm super duper excited. Now, price and release date. First up, let's go over the release date. Depending on where you go, it's gonna be as early as late August or maybe even late September. If you go from Big Bad Toy Store, it's gonna be September, but you're also gonna be paying the most there too. But if you import directly from Japan, it's gonna be late August, but you're probably gonna get it around mid to late September anyway. Now, where do you go? And how much is it? Well, if you're importing directly from Japan, let's say Hobbylink Japan, Ami, Nippon-san, or however you pronounce that. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Some people are kind of hit and miss about Nippon-san because some people are claiming that they never get their figures. I personally never had that issue. Like, I got all mine just fine. But take that as you will. In the description, I'll have a bunch of links, and I'll have, like, the top two of them be, like, Ami and Hobbylink Japan. I personally never ordered from Hobbylink Japan, but I know they're very reputable. But I always used to go to Ami until they banned me. But Ami is one of the best sites to go to, in my opinion. So anyway, the Japanese sites, you're going to be paying about $65 more or less, depending on where you go. Big Bad Toy Store, you're going to be paying $85 plus shipping, so that's going to be about 90 bucks. Now, is $90 worth it for this figure? I don't know. I'm a little cheap. I cannot pay 90 bucks. I mean, I probably would. But if I have cheaper options, I'll go for them. So, I don't know how much shipping's going to be. That is all completely up to you. Whether it be how cheap you are or how impatient you are. Either you can pay a lot of money and get it really quick, like within like a couple of days or less than a week. Or you can pay the cheapest, get no tracking, and wait upwards to a month. And be scared the whole time, making sure like, oh, did they lose it? I don't know. Personally, I always go with the cheapest, and I have no issues. But anxiety does go up, though, when you have no idea what the tracking is. So, do what you want. Depending on Ami, I want to guess it's probably going to cost about 70 bucks with their cheapest shipping. Maybe 75. Hobbylink Japan, I have no idea. Nippon-san, you're probably going to be paying almost 80 bucks after the cheapest shipping. And some of you probably are wondering, how does it scale with the Figmas? Now, according to the listings, at least most of the listings, some of them don't have any measurements. Some of them are, like, I think Big Bad Toy Store has it, like, at, like, 10 centimeters, which I don't think is accurate. The Figma Deku is normally about, like, 14 centimeters or so. And this figure is supposed to be roughly about 15. So if you put him in a certain pose, he'll scale pretty well. But he's probably going to be, like, less than a pinky width higher. Maybe. So it might look a little bit out of place. Maybe. I'm going to get the figure. I don't care. And if you want to see my review whenever that figure comes out, and if I do it, I will compare it to the Figma so you can see the height differences. And by the time that figure comes out, a couple of other characters are going to be out as well. So I'll compare it to them as well. But I was saying earlier about the Marvel characters, how they look all bulky and look bad. Here's something that scares me, and it's not about this figure in particular. They have confirmed, if you've been following these figures, you already know this. But for those who are not following this, they are coming out with All Might as well. There is a painted prototype. For the most part, it looks great. I like it. But, again, I'm scared because of how bulky he is and how much they want to give him articulation and give him a lot of room to work with. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I don't have too many high hopes because I'm just scared. But I think it's going to be better than the McFarlane figures because the McFarlane figures are freaking ugly. I'm sorry. But let me know in the comments, are you getting these figures? Because I'm definitely getting this. And I'll probably pick up All Might too. I don't know if they're going to keep going with other characters like they are with the Figmas. I don't think I'm going to get the complete line. If they keep doing new iterations of Midoriya, then probably I might do that. But I'm thinking and I'm hoping that it's just Midoriya, and I think it's just All Might, and then the Figmas will do the rest. That's my plan. But again, let me know in the comments, what do you think? Again, in the description, there is going to be pricing and different listings. And again, the top two are going to be my top choices that I recommend. There's going to be other places that you can order these figures as well, but these are the ones that I personally recommend that I haven't had issues with. And that's it for this video. So if you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. Also in the description, there's going to be my social media, like my Instagram. So if you like these figures, I do pictures with them a lot. I do like little fun photo shoots. I even did a photo shoot with Naruto fighting Midoriya. So if you want to see that, check out my Instagram. And give that a follow because I'm going to be doing plenty of poses with this figure when it comes out. If I don't do a review, I am promising I'm going to be doing a photo shoot, so you can really see how it looks. But more importantly, I want you guys to let me know, do you want to see a review? If you want to see a review, I'll probably do it. And that's it for this video, guys. I love you guys to death. And at least now I know how I'm spending my stimulus checks. And I'll see you guys in the next one.